What's up, Facebook? It is Monday. Okay, what's this song, Zoe? Oh, I don't see that on here. Oh, you just added it. Yeah. We over here at the Brunch Bunch film. Wait, this buns right there. Don't move it. Let's get into it, y'all. Oh, let's give it. What you say? We give a quick message. She said, no, that's like about to start in a minute, y'all. I know. About to start in a minute, y'all. And no, get y'all people in. Relate. Yeah. Which I think. How y'all feel? 1 minute, y'all. We getting it all. All right, Jesse, I want you to record this because I'm going to do a afternoon motivation with this. All right, come on, Zoe. Go ahead. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and no matter how long it takes, all you have to do is pray and wait. God is going to make a way. Your testimony is going to be, He came through. They that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. All you have to do is wait. And what do you do while you're waiting? You pray. And once you give it to God, you got to believe that because once it's in His hands, He's going to do exactly what He says. You rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. It is my favorite day of the week. Of course, any day above ground is a good day. It is Money Monday. It's Magnificent Monday. It's Marvelous Monday. And you know what? I'm going to call it Marcel Monday. You know what? Because I'm claiming that today is going to be a great day. And my guest just put it up, so I'm going to say it. So clock that. You're right. Listen, we got a great show for you today, of course. Tamara Fair is not on the air. She is out. But listen, anytime she's not out of town and she's out, that means she's doing some amazing things for some amazing people because that's how selfless she is. But we got a great show for you today. We're going to talk some hot topics. We got some resources, some job opportunities coming up. And we got a great guest, a young entrepreneur that is making his way in the world. And you do not miss this. Call your friends and your frenemies, as Charmaine from Uncle Remus Saucy Fried Chicken always says, and tune in to the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. The Leaders Network has. Okay, so how do we get that echo going? Okay, because my ADD was. So I need to use your phone. Oh dang it! Yeah, I need to read off the website. I don't got none of my phones. Unfortunately, yes. That's Matthew talk. Let me hear you talk. He's so cool. Look at him, looking like Lenny Kravitz over here. Go ahead. I got that so many times. Are you serious? Yeah. My aunt and her boyfriend kept saying that. All right, that's a compliment. That's a compliment. Lenny Kravitz is one of the coolest to ever do it. From pre-planning services that bring security to financial literacy that empowers your future. Okay. We're more than a funeral home. We're your lifelong local. Call 773. Also, Marcel, did you want to do in the route or what's going on? Let's start a conversation. We can do this in the route, then I'll do what's going on for my announcements. Okay. Call 773-413-7774. The Brian Q. Pickett Funeral Group, honoring life, supporting families, and strengthening communities. So just queue up bcbsil.com/blue door. Hey, what's going on? Jackie's crew. I think, yeah. Be different. Be cool. Oh. Facebook, what's up? Can you all hear me? Yes? No? Let me see.
Go to bequeeze.com and get your favorite fragrance today. That's BEQUEESE.
Yeah, I think from last week.
Bequeeze.com.
Oh.
I just didn't know what event you were talking about.
Are you ready to make your dream home a reality? Or maybe it's time to refinance and put more money back in your pocket. Meet Patricia May, your trusted executive loan officer, specializing in first-time home buyers with programs that
Zoe,
100% down.
I ain't never listened to this, but I want you to change the background music. I'm going to give you an example. We got to make his voice sound real good. That's too upbeat for him. We need like that Barry White, nice little. I'm like, dum. Yeah, I did one on CapCut. I'm gonna send it so you can hear it.
Okay.
Hey, it's your main man, Action Jackson, and let me put you on to where I get my style right. GQ Gentleman, located at 71. Oh, and I want you to change this. I told you, real. Classic man. Beat. Yeah.
How we feeling, Brunch Bunch?
Yeah, y'all live with all of our 143 people tuned in. What's up? And tell them Action Jackson sent you. GQ Gentlemen, where Chicago's finest get suited and booted. You can be
Tuesdays at 12:30. Tune in right here on the Brunch Bunch for Community Chatter. Each week, Community Chatter shines a light on the people, passions, and powerful stories.
Yeah, tell them stay tuned. Your interview coming shortly. We got two things, and then it's all things Matthew. Matthew, I know you got a nickname. You don't got no fashion killer? Okay.
Detox.
Feels crazy being a decade.
We're starting October. We're in October. We're in the fourth quarter of 2025. Detox.
Justice, I want you to find Gina Page and see how her videos. She used to put videos up. I want you to pull it up from her mingling moment. See how they used to do it.
We're talking about detox, so let's be clear. If it's something you haven't used, something
15 seconds to end the rock.
something that's not good for you, detox your mind, your body, and that contact.
5 seconds and we'll be
This
live.
family moment has been brought to you by
Yes,
Two Fish Crab Shack.
We're in the raw. It's Mary here on the Brunch Bunch.
Well, of course, I'm not Tamara Fair, but in the raw, listen, you would think that we're watching a movie when we watch the news with all this happening in Chicago. But today, October 6th, the state of Illinois and the city of Chicago filed a lawsuit aiming to block President Trump's deployment of up to 300 federalized Illinois National Guard troops, along with 400 from Texas into Chicago. The lawsuit challenges the move as unconstitutional and a breach of state sovereignty. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker and Attorney General Kwame Raoul argued that the administration's action violates the Posse Comitatus Act, which limits use of the U.S. military in domestic law enforcement, and the 10th Amendment, which protects states' rights over their own National Guards. They claim the deployment is based on a weak justification, and I quote, protecting federal facilities amid protests over immigration enforcement. They also contend the administration is overstepping by federalizing the troops without state consent, effectively taking control over the Illinois Guard from the governor, who normally commands them unless they are lawfully federalized. The lawsuit comes just days after a federal judge in Oregon temporarily blocked a similar attempt to deploy National Guard troops there, expressing skepticism that the president had met the legal criteria for such a move. In response, state officials have decried the deployment as an invasion. Governor Pritzker says no consultation occurred, calling it a coercive imposition on Illinois. Meanwhile, Chicago's mayor issued an executive order restricting ICE agents' use of city property as tensions around immigration enforcement grow. It is a sad day in American history when we see our federal government, our state government, and our city government fighting against each other when the name of this country is the United States of America. We should be seeing our political and government elected officials and non-elected officials united and not fighting against each other. But we've seen some crazy protests. We've seen police tear gas. We've seen people being shot. I watched a video last night where an ICE agent in an unmarked rental car, a Nissan Rogue truck, pulling over to arrest what seems to be a Latino brother. You know, I was going to say Mexican, but you never know anybody's ethnicity off a look. So a Latino brother, and he was fighting going into the car, and the people were recording him, and then the community stepped in, and they would not allow the ICE agents to arrest the guy. So they ended up getting in their car and fleeing, and the man went free. I have so much to unpack with all this going on. And you know, the old saying, "Can we all just get along?" just comes to mind. It's so simple, but yet so not simple. I'm flabbergasted, but I don't want to see anybody being hurt. Rules are rules. I think we cannot antagonize our president because we know he is like a toddler. And I'm gonna just say this: on my way dropping Maddox, my 2-year-old, off at daycare this morning, I was bothering him, and he started bothering me. I pinched his leg and put my hand on the seat, and he started kicking my hand. But that was because I was bothering him, right? If I had left him alone, he wasn't gonna kick my hand. So that's to say, when you have someone acting like a toddler, let's just not do too much to push his buttons, because right now sending 700 troops to Chicago is bananas, and he's doing it because he's saying that the local police will not help protect federal agents at the Broadview ICE facility. And so he has to step in. In my mind, it's like, hey, can we just make sure protesters are not fighting these ICE people so that we don't have to have 700 more of them come? And then we're looking up, and now we got martial law, and we got agents patrolling, because they're not going to patrol the Gold Coast. They're not going to patrol River North. They're gonna patrol the west and south sides, and then we already suffer from PTSD. Young black brothers like myself, older black brothers, black women, anybody who's grown up in the neighborhood where it was over police has a little bit of PTSD from police. So we just we gotta pray, 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 and we gotta figure out how to just, because if we don't get this right soon, we got 3 more. It hasn't even been a full year that he's been president. This is, and I digress because it will overwhelm you. But you know, we are all living to live again. And the actions that you do today, the seeds that you sow today, is the harvest you will reap tomorrow. And I'm living this life that one day when God says, well, calls me home, he will say, well done, that good and faithful servant. I'm not living to live somewhere hot forever. And so elected officials, government officials, protesters, haters, non-haters, you better be very careful how you treat people today, because you don't want to live eternity in hell. But I'm working like Sir Baptist and Donald Lawrence and Kiki Wyatt. I'm living to get to heaven. It's heaven right here on the Brunch Bunch.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah, I'm like, I was like, I'm gonna open it up. Then I'm like, I don't even want to keep the dialogue going because it's so nuts. Yes. Oh. Then I just take notes on this and rip it up. You know what, y'all? I'm moving too fast. DJ Bilo, what's going on?
Can y'all hear? I don't know if y'all can hear or not. Let me know.
Okay.
That rain that happened out to comments on that rain that happened on the South Shore.
I hate playing that game. I think the community where we moved to, it's nothing but Mexican Puerto families and Indian
Zoe,
families.
here, I wrote that note for you.
Okay.
Just so I wouldn't forget you when you. I know I spelled your name wrong. It's Monday.
Okay.
All right, one more minute of this so I can do what's going on, then we can jump into this interview with the fashion killer.
They can't hear nothing on my live. I don't know what's going on. Oh, wait. Oh, what? It was all before. Hold on. Wait, can y'all hear me?
Turn your mic on, Jim Shoe.
Can y'all hear me now? That's crazy. It's like even when my mic was unmuted, somebody was saying that. All right, they hear me now. All right, whatever. You know what? That ain't even happening. That ain't even happening.
They didn't have to realize.
Hey, DJ B-Lo, I'm good. Look for you yesterday at the birthday party. I really wanted to come to the birthday party, but Marcel and Maddox were giving me a run for my money, and they were very restless. It was Jason. Oh, it was your birthday. It was Justice's birthday, too, right? Zoe, I meant to text you that. Throw a birthday song so we can shout them out.
Oh, I got a birthday. I got you.
When's your birthday?
Not mine.
Oh, you got a birthday to shout out?
Imagine this. You're asleep and suddenly your phone alerts you.
Kalia Frazier.
Someone's at your door.
Okay.
Would you rather be caught off guard or be in control?
When is it?
Safety
is an option. Today?
It's a necessity.
That's your...
Secure home and automation.
Oh.
The experts in life safety and security.
Zoe, you act like you're an only child.
No, I didn't.
I didn't say you said, I said you act like it. No.
Until it's too late, call 866-447-3344.
That's right. Call Secure Home and Automation today at 866-447-3344 and take control of your safety. That's 866-447-3344.
It's a church one.
Uh-oh. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? The best
You
way
know
to
what?
reach new customers is by
Let me
getting
put
your
my
message
phone
heard.
on Do
There's no
Not
better place to
Disturb
like here on the Brunch Bunch.
for now,
With thousands of
because
listeners tuning in every weekday from 12
people
to 1
will
p.m.
call me.
1390. Your business can gain exposure, connect with our community, and even be featured as a special guest on the show. So don't wait. Call us today at 773-345-7441. That's 773-345-7441.
Do you remember the name of the birthday
Brunch Bunch,
song?
where business, culture, and community come together.
Uh-oh. Kalia said, I'm so happy I'm listening to the live. she didn't say she was the only child, Kalia. She just act like it. No. Let me put it back.
Be different. Be Queez.
How we sounding now, Justin?
From Tamara Fair.
Okay.
Queez comes in two distinct fragrances, the sensual Pure Royale and the alluring Forbidden Kiss. Order Queez today.
Go to bequeeze.com and get your favorite fragrance today. That's BEQUEESE.com. Bequeeze.com.
I got you.
I'm going to throw in Stevie Wonder happy birthday.
Okay, we ain't got to do it now, but before the show.
Marketing, co-working space, and support services that bring your dream to life.
Okay, Justin.
At 773-345.
15 seconds to what's going on.
That's 773.
Oh, we're gonna be starting soon. My mic is off again. It just said my mic was off. What's up? What's up? It said my mic was off. Can you can't hear me? Like you can't hear me? Or can you hear me? My mic is on. That's what I'm talking about.
Where's the action, Jackson?
I'll tell you what's going on. So what's going on is there are so many great events in the city. There are so many great initiatives and programs. And I'm just blessed to sometimes be a part of a few of them. And on next week, Tuesday, not December, Lord Jesus, I'm moving too fast. October the 14th, before we get there, we have the Blue Cross Blue. Thank you, Justice. Well, I am a part of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Blue Door Birth Equity Conference. Now, most people are saying, Action Jackson, why are you a part of a birth equity conference? And you know why this is so important to me. Because we have a lot of conversations going on in the country about maternal infant health, right? Maternal means mother, if you didn't know. And that is a very important conversation because there are so many African-American women and minority women that die giving childbirth that don't get access to the right resources. And of course, I was one of the fathers in the room to see that happen. But one of the conversations that we don't have is paternal and infant health. And what I say by that is fathers are invisible when it comes to the birthing experience. And it's not because they want to be, invisible, but just examples that I can share. When I was going to doctor's appointments with Valencia, the doctors would never, or nurses would acknowledge me. And sometimes they would have to verify, oh, are you the father? When it's like, I don't believe you do that in other communities. The other issue I saw, and not an issue, most people would say, how is Valencia? How is the baby? And then they never kind of say, well, how are you doing? You know, and when you're having health challenges and your mate is and your baby is having health challenges, it affects the father as well. And so we wanted to have that conversation. So the Birth Equity Conference is a half-day conference. It will bring together community leaders, advocates, health professionals, families, parents, and more to explore family-centered approaches in maternal health. So some of the key topics include the important role of fathers, partners, and caregivers in the birthing journey. The event will feature a keynote speaker, panel discussions, and a special performance. There is continental breakfast and lunch will be provided, and guess what? It is free. It's going down at the Blue Door Neighborhood Center in Morgan Park. If you've never been, it's an amazing facility. It starts at 9:30. It's about 4 hours, I think, 9:30 to 1:30. But let me tell you, if you are a mother or father that just gave birth or pregnant, you want to be in the room. If you are a caregiver that has dealt with this or you work with this type of client base, you want to be in the room. If bring your families out, health professionals, you want to be in the room. There's going to be great networking. There's going to be great resources. And I'll tell you, the Blue Door in Morgan Park know how to feed you. Shout out to Keisha team. They throw great events, and I'm just glad to be one of the hosts of the event, and I'm gonna lead the panel discussion. I'm inviting the men out. I'm inviting the women out. Let's just have serious conversations because when MJ was born, it started in pregnancy. We saw health challenges with Valencia. She couldn't, had to be bedridden for a little bit. We saw blood pressure was going up. And then I had to step up a little more. Then when he was born, they didn't know what his issue was. He had 3 major surgeries. He spent 6 months in the NICU where we had to uproot our lives and live at the hospital in the Ronald McDonald House. And it was just a very, very draining experience. And 3 years later, and I often tell Valencia, our lives changed April 25th, 2022, because we're still in the fight. MJ is still dealing with health challenges. Now she has her own set of health challenges. We got a 2-year-old. And so the family dynamic is important when we talk about maternal infant health. How does it affect the mother? How does it affect the father? How does it affect the siblings? How does it affect the caregivers, the grandparents? Because we're all in this together and we want to talk about it and have serious conversations. So believers, I want you to go online to bcbsil.com/Blue Door. Register. It's free, but there are limited spots available. You do not want to miss this event. Trust me, it's going to be great conversations, great resources. And if you need more information, you can call 773-345-7441. That's 773-345-7441. And listen, we used to do something called church announcements, and I'm trying to move fast like I would do on the Sunday because we got a great guest. But we do have some church announcements that I want to share because I did say at the beginning of the show that we have some resources available for you. So we talked about the Blue Cross Blue Shield. As you know, one of my passions is helping young people. And so I'm always actively looking for ways to help them. But of course, I'm a businessman and I'm economic minded. So the number one way I can help a young person is employing a young person. And so I believe in volunteering when the time is right. But if we have money, we need to make sure they are paid. So we are actively looking. We have just a few slots available for paid internships, 18 to 24 years old, that are interested in radio, social media, business, or administrative. If they're just looking to be around some dope individuals and learn a lot, you definitely want to connect them with us at the Dream Center. We will make sure we're looking for here. If they're interested in radio, which I was out, and a young lady told me from CHA, one of the executives Saturday, she said, we did a polling, and you don't know how many of our young people that live in CHA are interested in radio and business, but we can never find employers that are willing to take these young people. And I said, well, you found one, because if we don't do it, who will? And our youth can only be what they see. So call 773-345-7441. That's 773-345-7441, or email info@thedreamcenter.com. That's info@thedreamcenter.com. Trust me, great opportunities. It's 10 to 20 hours a week. So if they're in college or if they're working somewhere else and just kind of want a part-time job to learn, you definitely want to do that. And then finally, because I get all the calls like, hey, do you have this person? Do you have that person? So I guess I'm like Angie's list. I'm going to call it Marcel's list, because people call me for everything. But there are some part-time opportunities available for health professionals. If you're RN, a CNA, or LPN, there are some part-time availables mornings, evenings, and weekends. And they're looking to fill positions right away. There's working with young people with health challenges. And so that's why they call me, because, of course, MJ has his health challenges. So we hire health professionals to work with them versus just regular nannies, because, of course, we don't want just anybody working with our kid, and we want to make sure they know what they're doing. And so they say, you always find great people. Can you help us fill these gaps? So if you're RN, a CNA, or LPN looking for part-time work, working with young people that have some slight or serious health challenges, call 773-345-7441. Those are your church announcements for the day. Please govern yourselves accordingly. And if you dial that number, 773-345-7441, for any of those resources, I promise you'll be like Kiara Shears, and you ain't seen nothing yet. It's the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390.
Oh, you're doing some wonderful work.
Word up.
Pray for me.
I found the birthday song.
Finally, no. Well, we'll do the birthday song, then go right into the interview. You forget, I don't do this for any recognition. I just do it because I love doing it. And yesterday I got an email that I'm being honored by a film festival. And when I read it, I'm like, film festival? And it like for the work that you do in the community through the arts. And that's the radio. And, so I was like, wow.
Marcel has been getting them with my wins.
Lord Jesus.
You deserve it. We're so honored.
Well, listen, I'm honored to be connected.
Absolutely.
Oh, Disciple Museum.
Yes, sir. Roundhouse.
So you said 13. No, 12. It's the 16th. That's why I'm like, wait, you ain't been on a Monday? The 16th.
Thursday.
Okay. At the Disciple Museum.
And then Marcel, they wanted to give away 5 tickets. Oh,
5 tickets?
Yes.
Okay.
5 tickets. You said you wanted to do like a little...
Oh, yeah.
Your lives just went black.
Yeah, a little trivia. Yeah, a trivia question.
Oh, well, hold on before you refresh. Let me go mute all my lines.
Whenever you're ready, Marcel.
Okay, give me 1 second then.
Oh, man. What's good, Orlando? What's good, y'all?
Okay, I did the Dream Center. Now let me do the Brunch one.
We up here about to begin soon.
Okay. All right, Zoe. All right, we're back. Okay. So let's zone this out. Do the birthday song, and then we're going to go right into the interview. There we go. How old did you make, Justice?
26.
What month is this? Oh, what was yesterday's date? The 3rd, 5th. Oh, so, no, you missed your golden birthday. 5 on the 5th. Happy birthday. All right, Zoe. Happy birthday to you. We want to send a special shout out to, he is my favorite Gen Zer. He is our production assistant here on the Brunch Bunch. And I think he may be the longest running. Well, he started as an intern and now he's a team member. But I think he's been here longer than anybody in the 8 years. What is it, 3 years now? 2 going on 3 years. Let's give a warm happy birthday to our very own Justice Hightower. Justice made 26 years old yesterday. Seems like just yesterday I was 26, but boy, how time flies. Justice, we pray that God continues to add years to your life and life to your years. Keep going strong. And I can't wait to see you on the big screen getting all your Tony Awards and your Emmy Awards and your Oscar Awards. And I'm going to be your manager then. But listen, we also want to give a special shout out to one of our faithful listeners, Miss Kalia Frazier. Woo, woo, woo. Happy birthday, Kalia. We also pray that God continues to add years to your life and life to your years, because he promised us nothing but abundant life. And to all you October believers tuned in, happy, happy, happy birthday to you. You know what? We're going to start doing a birthday special every month. You know what, Justice? Put that on my to-do list. I keep coming up with ideas, and I know they get tired of me. But we're going to have to make sure we acknowledge all our believers, and we're gonna figure that out. But what I don't have to figure out is our next guest. He is one of the coolest young brothers I know. I can't wait to grow up and be like him. Today on the Brunch Bunch, we're joined by two incredible change makers, Jacqueline Malone, president of the Support Black Excellence Foundation, and Matthew E. Bell, the 16-year-old CEO and designer of 14 Pharaoh Apparel, where style reigns supreme. Together, they're empowering youth, celebrating culture through fashion, and gearing up for the highly anticipated 14th Pharaoh Raw showcase at Chicago Fashion Week, happening October the 16th at the DuSable Museum's historic roundhouse. Let's give a warm Brunch Bunch welcome to Matthew, aka Fashion Killer, and Jackson Malone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Brunch Bunch.
Thank you for having us, man.
Yeah, thank you. So happy to be here.
So Matthew, nickname he told me, because I know he's young and he's a superstar, you know, and so I know he had a nickname. He said Fashion Killer, but he's in here looking like, and why did my mind just forget who I said?
Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz. He is in here looking like Lenny Kravitz. If you're not tuned in, check us out. We are live on Facebook and YouTube at the Brunch Bunch, so you can see this young brother. But let's hop right into it. Jacqueline, tell us about the mission behind the Support Black Excellence Foundation and how it's making an impact in underserved communities.
Absolutely. And first, thank you for having us here. We are so honored.
Oh, we're honored to have you.
Yes, absolutely. So I am the president of the Support Black Excellence Foundation, Inc. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, proudly serving the Austin community on the west side.
Woo, 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 woo.
West
Yes.
Side.
And our mission is to empower underserved communities and to bring resources and services that are lackluster or missing in those communities. And we do this through education, entrepreneurship, leadership development, skills trades training, and mentorship. And so our goal is to bring opportunities and increase equity within those areas of focus.
I love it. And you know, the west side, of course, is the blessed side.
Yes.
And the best side.
The
But you
best
know,
side.
so that's exciting to know. And mentorship is a big part of your work.
Absolutely.
How does your foundation help create real pathways for youth in education, leadership, and the arts?
Yes, yes. So we have two mentorship programs. One is the youth mentorship program, which Matthew is part of, and then we have a young adult mentorship program. And so one that we had started out on, because folks don't know, but our foundation is fairly new. We're just a little over a year old in the city, but we have done dynamic work over the year. And so with Matthew, we started him out with business entrepreneurship. And so we acquired Matthew last year and started him on a path of business operations, mentorship. We teach them not only about starting your business or how to start your business, but the foundations of it. So he does media training as well,
Nice.
product placement. There's a financial, so he has to learn how to do his taxes.
Oh,
There's
nice.
a lot on the foundational part of business growth, not just, oh, how do I make a product and put it out there and sell? But it's marketing, branding. It is the full scope of creating a solid company. And then also teaching them entry and exit for business.
That's good.
That is absolutely
Because I was writing that note down. You're teaching them how to create solid business on solid foundation to create a sustainable business.
absolutely.
But one of the things that I've learned, and I'm actually in the midst of writing a book for this? Because I started my first business at 15. So 22 years later, I've been working for myself. But you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. So the exit plan is so crucial. And most small businesses don't plan for an exit, which you have to in business. To start it, scale it, sell it is the American dream. So Matthew, you're only 16. You're already the CEO of your own fashion brand. You're way ahead of the game more than I was at 15 because I didn't have this great organization, the Support Black Excellence Foundation, helping me. I was just trial and error, right? It took me 5 to 10 years to learn what Ms. Jacqueline is teaching you. What inspired you to start 14 Pharaoh Apparel, and what does the name represent to you?
I was inspired to start 14th Pharaoh Apparel from my interest in aesthetics and how things looked since a young age. I always wanted to really change how things looked. I wanted to inspire people, and I wanted to make people feel good, because when you look good, you feel good, you know?
Yeah.
And I want to keep that thing going. A lot of people in the community used to dress well all the time, used to look dapper, look their best when they go outside. But now things have changed so much, and I want to bring that back.
That, and you look fly. You look pretty fly.
Yeah,
you look pretty.
Stay that way.
So, what is 14 Pharaoh? What does that mean?
14 Pharaoh. Okay, so 14. When I was 14, that was actually my favorite number. I love that number. It just gave a different type of energy to me at that time. And Pharaoh represents my interest in ancient Egypt, my love for it that stemmed from a young age when my dad got me watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And everything. I wanted to emphasize that factor more of our history, of our origins, bringing it back to Kemet, you know?
I love it.
And,
I love it.
Symbolizing leadership in our Black community and our people.
So, where style reigns supreme is the tagline. It's a powerful tagline. How does your brand reflect that message through your designs? And so you design all your own clothes.
Yes, sir. Okay. Design all of it.
So how does that brand reflect that message through your design?
My brand reflects that through my originality, my creativity, and my determination to stand out and be unique. Regardless of whatever it is that I'm making, I always want to emphasize the fact that you can create more from whatever it is that you have, that you can stand beautiful and stand bold with creativity, and it all comes from you, because everybody has their own originality, and to me, originality is your power. So if you're able to emphasize that and bring that out of other people, then you're able to give them a certain sense of power. So that's why I say our style reigns supreme, because we're giving people that supreme feeling, that power when they wear clothes, you know.
Listen, Matthew is only 16, believe it, just so you know. He's very well spoken. Kudos to your parents and your village for all of the great work they're doing, because it's evident in you. So, Ms. Jacqueline, as the event director for 14 Pharaoh Raw, can you give us a preview of what audiences can expect from this year's showcase at Chicago Fashion Week?
That's a great question, and I'm so excited about this showcase. So it's our first showcase, and God just happens to give us Chicago Fashion Week.
Wow.
I mean, it's amazing. So you can expect not only culture, creativity, and fashion, but you can expect art, music that goes throughout from past, present to future. You're going to see some spectacular performances there. We're going to have a massage therapist there as well. She's going to have a tent set up because our showcase is in recognition of mental health. So you will see that theme throughout all of the performances, all of the fashion as well. And then we're going to just have a dynamic show visually and creatively within the show. So there will also be some vendors there that'll be selling art. They'll be selling their books that they have created, like children's books, will also be available to you.
Nice. Sounds like a great event. And it's a great venue. The Dusabo Museum Roundhouse. Yes, it's Roundhouse. Yes, if you've never been there, it's across the street from the museum. It's an old historic stable, but they have transformed it into an amazing venue. So you want to get there. So Matthew, this will be your headlining debut at Chicago Fashion Week. What themes or stories are you bringing to the runway?
I love that, man. So when I first originally was thinking about this show, I really wanted to emphasize the human experience. A lot of things that I do when it comes to my clothes reflect humanity and our experience on this earth. in my time of like creating this show and the theme for it, I was going through a transition within myself of just understanding who I am spiritually, understanding my culture and my roots. So I ended up coming up with the name called Raw.
Mm.
And Raw actually stands for an acronym. It means rugged, arcane, and wounded. And through that, since the show is in recognition of mental health, I wanted to reflect the human experience through rugged, which is the physical, arcane, which is the A, which means what's not understood, which is the mental part, and then wounded, which has an ambiguous meaning, which is representing injury and like going through things in your life, but then also recognizing that you have to heal and move on and evolve from that because everything that you go through is to grow you, is to mold you. And if people start thinking like that, then they're going to be able to see the world in a different way and see themselves in a better way.
I love that. I love it. Listen, I love that Raw, rugged, arcane, and wounded.
Yes, sir.
And most of us are rugged, arcane, and wounded. And that's why we got to stay in constant prayer. But fashion often tells deeper stories about identity and resilience. How do you both see fashion as a tool for self-expression and hope in our communities?
I think fashion in general is just one of the best ways to actually express oneself, showcase yourself. Because when you walk into the room, the first thing you see about a person is their fashion, is what they're wearing. That's already a way of representing yourself and expressing yourself. And it impacts the community because it gives you a confidence. You know what I'm saying? It gives people a confidence when they're around, when other people in your community see you. Or, for example, like when people see me, when I'm around or going to like different venues and stuff like that, they're looking at the fashion. They're like, wow, you know what I'm saying? It's something that when you see somebody original being themselves, being them true selves, it empowers you and makes you want to do that.
Yep.
So it's a thing that pushes the community to be better and do better with themselves and each other.
Well, listen, I know, I'm sorry, Ms. Jackson, but before we get into that, because I know the event is going down October the 16th, 2025 at the DuSable Museum Roundhouse. There are a few tickets left. And you said you guys want to give away some tickets. So before we run out of time, we want to give away 6 tickets. We're gonna do 2 sets of 2, so they can bring it from 3 sets of 2. CPS math. All you got to do is call 855-999-1390. The first 3 callers that call 855-999-1390 on behalf of the Support Black Excellence Foundation and 14th Pharaoh, you'll get 2 free tickets to the 14th Pharaoh Fashion Show, Chicago Fashion Week, going down next Thursday, October the 16th. Call right now. Blow those lines up. The first 3 callers, 855-999-1390. And while we're giving away tickets, finally, how can the public support your efforts, attend the show, or get involved with your foundation? And we already talked about the ticket giveaway, but tell us how they can buy tickets for those that don't win and how they can support.
Yes, so you can first support us by going to Support Black Excellence Foundation. I'm sorry, supportblackexcellence.org, and click donation. We would love to have finances to support us. Also, you can volunteer by going to get involved at supportexcellence.org. And to buy tickets to 14th Pharaoh Raw Showcase, just go to 14thpharaohraw.eventbrite.com. We won't turn anyone away. So for hardship or anything, so click donations and donate what you can.
I love it. I love it. We got some callers on the line. Listen, we got some winners. We're gonna take the winner. What's your name, winner? Hello, winner. Can you hear me?
Hello, my name is LaDonna Leonard.
LaDonna, you just won 2 tickets to the 14th Pharaoh Runway Art Dance Fashion Show going down next Thursday. Who made you a winner?
1390.
All right, stay on the line. Our producer Zoe is gonna get your information. And okay, we got another caller on the line. We're gonna take. All right, caller, what's your name?
Anthony Payne.
Anthony Payne, you just won 2 tickets to the fashion show next week. Woo, woo, woo. Anthony, who made you a winner?
1390, the best in the world.
All right, brother Anthony, stay on the line. Our producer gonna get your info. We got one last winner. Winner, chicken dinner. What's your name? Winner, are you there? Going once? Going twice? Oh, hello. Winner, what's your name? Evelyn, you just won 2 tickets to the 14th Feral Fashion Show next week. Woo! Well, you said a 1390 made you a winner. The Brunch Bunch. Stay on the line. Our producer's going to get your information. Listen, time flies when you're having a good time. Let's give it up for Matthew Bell and Jacqueline Malone. We pray sold out event next week. I'm going to try to pull up and support because I love supporting young entrepreneurs and great causes. We pray nothing but success. Thank you for joining us on the Brunch Bunch.
Thank you for having us.
Believers, time flies when you're having a good time. And I'm ready to get up out of here because I'm fasting. I'm on an intermittent fast, and I can only eat between 12 and 8. So I've been waiting since yesterday at 8 to eat today at 12. So I got to get out of here. But we encourage you, whatever you heard on the show, if you missed it, all you got to do is call 773-345-7441. That's 773-345-7441, and we will connect you with any of the resources that you heard about today. We encourage you to keep Love 24 alive. Tell someone that you don't know that you love them. Tell someone that you do know that you love them. Love will begin to spread like a wildfire. Tamara Fair, not on the air. I love you. Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you too. We get it done Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, right here on the Brunch Bunch on Inspiration 1390. Thank y'all.
Yeah, boy.
I'm hungry. I drank too much coffee. I'm shaking over here. I'm like, I gotta eat. All right, believers. See you all tomorrow. Make sure you get tickets to support Matthew and Jacqueline. They're doing some amazing work. Go to 14feralraw.eventbrite.com. Get your tickets. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. See you all tomorrow.